Hey everybody, it's nice to take a few minutes today. Just to introduce myself, my name is Doug Ross. I'm the president of the division of a company called Pacific Wholesale Mortgage. And I just want to take a few minutes today and talk a little bit about some of the opportunities as a mortgage loan officer, a little bit about our company Pacific Wholesale Mortgage and kind of what all the excitement's about. But when I share these thoughts, I want you guys to keep in mind something, and it's this concept of wise effort. I grew up my whole life believing that I could be successful if I was just willing to work hard enough, right? But you see time and time again, two individuals side by side, they're both working just as hard as each other, but one individual is making 10 times more than the other. So it's not just about working hard, it's about working smart. It's about taking a look at what the return on investment is behind your efforts. It's about asking the question, how hard is my hard work working for me? And investing those efforts where they're going to get the highest return. Right? 90% of the wealthiest individuals in the United States, maybe in the world, I'm not sure, got there via real estate as their vehicle, right? Whether directly in the industry working as a lender or a realtor or a broker, or as just an investor. And one of the biggest reasons behind that is because there's no income cap in this industry. No one's telling you how much you're allowed to make. So your work ethic can truly take you as far as you want to go. And lending's no exception. Lending is one of the $3 trillion industries today. And we're selling a product that's needed. 80% of Americans require financing for their homes to buy shelter for their family. We're also selling a product that's conveniently able to be sold from the convenience of your own home. Last year, one of my biggest producing years as a loan officer, I worked from home about 50% of the time. And so you don't have this massive windshield time between sales calls, and you're not out driving around town showing clients' houses, right? Which are all great industries, right? But the difference between being a loan officer in these other industries is it's a needed product, and it's a product that can be conveniently sold from the comfort of your own home. And like I said before, there's no limits to how much you can make in a week, in a year, in a day. So as a loan officer, it's not a salary position, it's not an hourly position. You are paid based on the volume of loans you bring to a bank, and it's just a fixed percentage. So fast forward to Pacific Wholesale Mortgage, right? How does it work, and what is the company about, right? What makes us unique in the industry? What's all the excitement about? So still today, my partner Robert and I got together and we designed Pacific Wholesale Mortgage based off of 4 pillars, right? Pillar number 1 is we're an online cloud-based company. Pillar number 2 is we're a mortgage broker, and we're a mortgage broker by design. Pillar number 3 is we really believe in training. We got to sharpen that saw. And then pillar number 4 is we offer ownership opportunities to our employees. So I want to talk a little bit about these 4 pillars to kind of break them down and help them make sense. So pillar number 1, we're an online cloud-based company. Today you still see so many banks out there that have this giant brick and mortar building, right? And along with that fancy lease comes all these overhead costs, right? You've got to fill the building with copier systems and telephone systems. You got to pay the front desk staff, and you got to pay the HVAC bill and the insurances for that. And all that overhead gets passed along to the client in terms of higher rates and higher fees on their loans. And then you have these online guys that came into the industry years ago, and they're just killing these big guys in terms of their pricing. And one of the biggest reasons is because they don't have all that overhead that comes with it. So at Pacific Wholesale Mortgage, we're looking to create the Uber of lending. We're looking to create the Netflix, the Airbnb of lending. And all that money we save from not having that giant overhead, we pass along to our client in terms of darn near wholesale rates and fees. And we also pass all that savings on to our employees in our ownership programs. So number 1, we're an online cloud-based company. Number 2, we're a mortgage broker. So in this industry, you're either a broker or you're a direct lender. Now a direct lender, you're kind of handcuffed, right, to the bank you work with, right? You either can do it or you can't do it. Where in contrast, a broker, there's no limit to how many banks you can work with. We're currently working with over 50 different banks. And the flexibility that offers our loan officers to be able to provide this massive volume of different products is what makes that model superior. As a mortgage broker, it's kind of like working as a direct lender is like working for Hyundai, which is a great company, Hyundai, right? But let's say you're a car salesman and all you can sell is the Hyundai brand. So you get this nice young couple that comes in and like, Doug, we want a fast car, fastest car out there. And I'm like, oh man, you want the Hyundai Sonata. That thing is smoking fast, fastest thing, right? And they're like, well, Doug, what about this brand we've been looking into called Ferrari? It seems pretty fast. And I'm like, no. You want to go Hyundai. Hyundai's the way to go. Sonata's the way to go. You see, the problem is that one brand, although it might be amazing at one thing, isn't going to be the best at everything, right? Car brands, just like banks, do a couple things well, and everything else is just kind of mediocre. And as a broker, you can take the good that that bank has to offer and leave all the rest. So if you have a client that's looking for a fast close, we've got lenders that are built for speed. I've got a guy that can do it in 10 days if you want, right? If you're looking for the best rate out there, we have lenders that are built for pricing. If you have a client that's having a hard time substantiating income or assets, we have banks that are designed to accommodate that kind of a situation. But the reality, the point is that the volume of products you have to choose from as a broker is what really allows you to cater your product to the uniqueness of every customer that comes across your desk. And that's what makes our product, what we offer as a broker, superior. You've also heard the saying that when the banks compete, the borrower wins. And every time we price a loan as a broker, we have over 50 different banks competing for that business, which makes our pricing that much better. So pillar number 2 is wholesale broker. Pillar number 3 is training. We don't just want to give you access to all the products you need to be successful. We want to give you access to the training you need to be great. We want to train you on how to effectively pre-approve someone. We want to train you on how to effectively manage the escrow process as a loan officer to create a smooth close of escrow. We want to train you on how to build value to a business partner or to a client to where they want to work with you. At PWM, we teach you how to be a business-to-business loan officer, to where you're not closing just 1 deal or 2 deals a month. You're closing 10, 15, 20 deals a month. Our top loan officers that are producing at that volume do it because they have a system. They do it because every action they take is intentionally designed to create a specific outcome. And if you replicate the system, you're going to duplicate the result. It's like having that recipe for that 5-star dish, right? And if you follow the instructions, you're going to create that 5-star dish every single time. You're going to become the 5-star loan officer. The systems we have in place are designed to help you produce that top-tier volume. And in this industry, it's not uncommon to make 3, 4, 5 grand in a single transaction. So if you're closing 10 deals a month, that's $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month you're making just as a producing loan officer who has the right system. And that's what we want to connect you with. And that's why this industry can be so lucrative if you do it right. There are loan officers in my area, locally here in Sacramento, that are making well into the 7 figures just as a producing loan officer. I wish that when I got into this industry years ago, there was somebody that had the level of success I wanted and was willing to take a few minutes and show me how to get there. Open your books up and please show me. Just what do I got to do? What do I got to say? And that's what we want to offer at PWM, this training to make you great. So pillar number 3, to wrap up, is training. Now our last pillar, the last thing I want to talk about is ownership. We don't just want to train you on how to produce. We don't just want to train you on how to just take great care of your family through production as a loan officer. We want to train you on how to build something for yourself. We want to train you on how to build a business within our business. Now, this is where I could potentially get the eye roll, the not another multi-level network marketing pyramid scheme. So first off, the pyramid structure itself can be found in almost any company in America, right? There's going to always be a hierarchy of authority you'll find within corporate structure, right? You're going to have managers at the bottom. You're going to have producers at the bottom. You're going to have managers over those producers. You're going to have managers over those managers. And then you get to the regional presidents and the vice presidents, right? And so it's always going to form this pyramid shape. The scheme is when there's nothing actually being sold of any value. The scheme is when you're just paying to buy in so people above you can make money. Why network marketing has such a bad name is because most network marketing companies out there are not product driven and they are not customer focused. In fact, the product itself in the best interest of the customer is not the primary focus. And if you separated out the product from all of the buy-in fees and the monthly memberships, it's a complete ripoff. Right? Most network marketing offers a mediocre product that's 5 times the cost of what it should be, and the only way it makes sense is if you turn around and recruit 6 more people so you can break even. And that is certainly not what we're offering at Pacific Wholesale Mortgage. See, there's 3 things that make us different. Number 1, our pricing does not change. Our wholesale products that we're offering our clients do not come with any memberships or fees or anything of that nature to pay the team builders above you. Okay? So we don't adjust the price of our wholesale products. Number 2, the loan officers that come to work with us make a competitive compensation as if they're working anywhere else. We're not taking from our producers to pay our builders. So you can still make a great living as a producer and not really lose anything because of the team building element. And number 3 is where the money comes from. Number 3 is that we take that 0.5% that a bank can make from a loan that normally goes to pay for the building, it goes to pay for the lease agreements or to management to get bigger, right? We take from that 0.5% and we distribute it back to our team builders as an incentive to help us grow. Because say what you will about network marketing, but these companies grow 10 times as fast as normal companies. Why? Because the model's so powerful because every employee is incentivized to grow with us. And when you have that on the table, it's like everybody becomes a recruiter instead of having 1 or 2 recruiters in an office. Okay? So how does our comp plan work? So first off, if I bring on a loan officer or 10 loan officers, everyone I directly bring on is going to be on my level 1. And anyone that my level 1 brings on, in terms of loan officers, becomes my level 2. Anyone my level 2 brings on becomes my level 3. So our comp plan says that as long as you bring on 1 loan officer, right, then you make 17.5% of the company bucket from that loan officer's production on every single deal they close till the day they retire. No caps, no reductions in the future. This is a retirement plan that you're making for the rest of the time they're in the company. So I want to kind of put a few numbers on the board just to kind of illustrate and capture the team building element to all this. So let's say that I am a team builder and I bring on a loan officer. Let's say I bring on 10 loan officers. Okay, so my level 1 here, right? I bring on my 10 loan officers, right? And my 10 loan officers in 1 month, right, let's say they're all really small producers, right? Because we're training you on how to close 10, 15, 20 deals in a month. Let's say my loan officers just close 1 deal in a month. Okay, so 1 deal, and let's say that loan size is $400,000. Okay? Now the company bucket on that is 0.5%, which is $2,000. So this is what we have to work with in terms of our distribution back to our team members. So we say that as long as you recruit 1 loan officer, we're going to pay you 17.5% of this bucket until the day where they retire on all their production. So 17.5% of $2,000 is $350. So if in 1 month my 10 loan officers all close 1 deal, then I just made $3,500 in 1 month. Right? Now the reality is you're going to have some loan officers that are closing 10, some 5, some 20. Right? So 1 loan officer could get you this if they're just a big producer. Okay? So now let's say, just to kind of keep the model going, that my 10 loan officers I bring on, that over the next 6 months or year, they all manage to do what I did. And they all bring on 10 additional loan officers each. So they spread out, right, and they all bring on 10 each, which makes my second layer have 100 loan officers. That's my level 2. So according to our comp plan, we say that as long as you recruit or bring on at least 5 loan officers, then you can access your level 2 payout. And our level 2 payout says that we'll pay you 20% of the company take. So let's say that my 100 loan officers all close 1 deal in a month. 1 deal. And that 1 deal is still $400,000 each. So 20% of $2,000 is actually $400 each. So I make $400 for every one of these deals that close because they were all $400,000 in 1 month. So what's 400 times 100? Right? So that means that you made $40,000 in 1 month from your level 2, from your low producing team that's very big because they're only producing 1 loan a month. Okay? So that's my level 2 payout per our comp plan. I want to do 1 more level. Now our comp plan pays 7 layers deep. But I just want to capture the first couple because I only have a few minutes to talk to you here. So let's say that over the next year, it takes a little longer, my second layer of 100 loan officers, they also expand. And they all manage to do what I did, and they all bring on 10 loan officers each. So now I have 1,000 loan officers on my level 3. And let's say that in 1 month, keeping with all the math to keep it simple, that all of my 1,000 loan officers close a deal 1 month for $400,000. Company bucket from that is $2,000, and on our level 3, you make 12.5% of all the production from your company bucket on your level 3 guys. So 12.5% is $250. So $250 for each loan, and they all closed 1, so that's $1,000. 250 times 1,000 is, of course, $250,000 that I made in 1 month from my team from their production. Keeping in mind that all my butt did was recruit 10 people, and I gave it time. Gave it a couple years. A lot of people caught the vision. They started building as well, and eventually I created this residual income for myself where I'm not having to produce at all. right? I'm just supporting my team. See, what this model speaks to, aside from the financial advantages and opportunities, is community. This massive community of loan officers I can lean on, because as a producing loan officer, sometimes it's hard to take time off because I'm so busy. It'd be nice to have this community of people that are all working behind me because we all grow and we all win together. So if you want to find out more, check us out on how to come aboard as a producing loan officer. Let's say network marketing's not for you. You had a bad experience. You worked for an MLM company years ago and it just wasn't good. Well, great. Come aboard. We'll teach you how to produce. We'll teach you how to make a phenomenal living for your family without making a penny off of this, right? Come aboard. And for those of you who see the opportunity here inherent in residual income, in building something and owning something for yourself, we have that too. At Pacific Wholesale Mortgage, we want to train you on how to be great. Whether it's a producing loan officer or a builder, our motto is, we succeed when you do. So check us out to learn more. We'd love to have you aboard. Thank you for taking a few minutes to watch this. Again, I'm Doug Ross. Have a great day.